fight kind of started. They got to fighting. I think he kind of went off. What was the real reason Rihanna and Chris Brown got into a fight? What's up, my beautiful soul family? How's everybody feeling today? Everybody remembers that when they were teenagers, Chris Brown and Rihanna used to date. There was an incident in 2009 where Rihanna showed up with bruises on her, alleging that Chris Brown and her got into a physical altercation once she confronted him for cheating. However, Jaguar Wright has made some claims that it actually might be backwards, that Rihanna gave Chris Brown herpes, you know what I mean, because she was messing around with Jay-Z behind Chris Brown's back, and Chris Brown was made to actually look like the victim. So what I thought we would do today in this video, let's look into that. Let's see, what was the real reason behind Chris Brown and Rihanna's fight? Did Rihanna burn Chris Brown, or was Chris Brown the one cheating, and that's how the fight started? Now, of course, before we start this reading, I need to put out my disclaimer. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Everything I state in this video is just my interpretation of the cards. Nothing I state in this video has been proven to be fact as of now. So now we got that disclaimer out the way, I'm going to shuffle these cards, and we're going to see what was the real reason for Chris Brown and Rihanna's fight. Alright, so let's pull the cards and let's see what Spirit says. Okay, they were lovers. Yeah, we know Chris Brown and Rihanna was dating. You had the lovers card come up. They were both celebrities. They were both pretty young. Okay, and they got into a fight. A crisis happened. Okay. Okay. Let me see here. What happened exactly? Come on, Spirit. Gotta tell me what happened. Okay. She was trying to conceal something, being sneaky. Okay, hold on. What a silent moment. Alright. I'm trying to pull all the cards so that I can read over them. That way I can tell you guys what really happened. Okay. Alright. So I'm looking over the cards. You got the lovers cards, which means that there was somebody that was lovers. There was an affair going on, but they were all, you know, her and Chris Brown was also together. They were dating. They were celebrities, but something got out. There was some kind of secret that got out. You got the Queen of Swords reversed, which is about some kind of a female who was bitter or jilted, or, you know what I mean, being nasty. Let me see here. She was messing with two men. Oh, okay. I'm seeing like two different lovers. It's two different lovers. They was trying to be sneaky about it and hide it from the other person. They were messing around with their boss. Rihanna, you got the Queen of Cups, which is a water sign woman. She was messing around with her boss. She was sleeping with Jay-Z at the time, allegedly. Let me see. There was a love triangle but I feel like Chris Brown was oblivious to it. The secret came out. She was found out about it. You know what I mean? Something happened to make the secret come out. I'm seeing the world card reversed, which means there was some kind of project that was stopped in its tracks. Something that she was blindsided by the truth coming out. You got the Magician, which is about some kind of resources, ideas, somebody that was mean-spirited and greedy, using his money to dominate the other. Let me see here. And so somebody was walking away from somebody else. Then you got the Fool, which was a rash decision that was made in a judgment. So I'm looking over this. Basically, I feel like these cards is indicating that Rihanna was messing around with Jay-Z. So that part wasn't a lie while she was with Chris Brown. Now, was Chris Brown also cheating? We can continue on to say. But I think he basically, okay, this is also what I'm seeing in the cards. You know, a lady of the night, you call it the P word. That what the high priestess reverse could also indicate. I feel like Chris Brown found out that she was p-wording herself out to Jay-Z and to other men, allegedly. I think this is what I'm seeing in the cards. And he was blindsided by this, and I think he kind of went off. And I think this is how the fight started, because he felt like, how dare you do this to me? Like, I don't know about if there was the STD or not yet. So we'll keep reading, keep pulling cards and seeing. But this is what I'm saying. I think Rihanna was p-worded out. You know what I mean? Trafficked out, whatever you want to say. But I think that came out. You know what I mean? Now let me see. Something about some kind of growth, instability and growth. Something about the nightmare being over. Chris Brown's career was blowing up. You know what I mean? But I think this is kind of what put a fork in the road to his career. It kind of hindered his career a little bit. Everybody was believing he was this monster when he beat up Rihanna. Let me see here. So what happened? Let me see. So the last thing was you had the Empress, then you had the 10 of Cups, followed by the 10 of Wands reverse, so 2 10s back to back. And then you got the 4 of Swords reverse, which is somebody that either needed some kind of treatment or was done getting treatment. Fear and anxiety. Let me see here. I feel like Rihanna actually was sleeping with Diddy too. Diddy and was sleeping with both Diddy and Jay-Z, and I feel like they did probably give her something that was transmitted to Chris Brown, allegedly. I don't think she knew she had anything yet when it was transmitted to him, allegedly. What I'm seeing in the cards of what my gut is saying. I think Chris Brown went off when he found out about when he found out about this. He snapped. He like it was a party that they were actually fighting at, or at least he found out about her messing with having a menage a trois or something. But it was at least 3 people involved. You know what I mean? With that, I think they had a threesome. I think Rihanna, Diddy, and Jay-Z had a threesome, and that's how she caught what she passed on to Chris Brown. You know what I mean? And you got the Hangman, which is about letting go or surrendering to something. I mean, what else could he really do? Some things, once you got it, you got it. But she was surrendered to what they wanted, their actual needs. Talking about Jay-Z and Diddy. Yeah, I think Jay-Z and Diddy ganked her. You know what I mean? They gangbanged her when she was a minor, and she just kind of like let him because her family needed the money, needed the career to be built. You know what I mean? Needed her when she wanted to live luxury and stuff like that. And let me see here. So this is what I'm seeing. Okay, so they did. They p-worded her out. They trafficked her out. Okay. And so the fight happened that way because Chris Brown said some pretty ignorant things. He said he cursed her out. He went off. I'm feeling rage. I'm feeling a bunch of anger. You know what I mean? He was just like, I can't believe she burnt me. Yeah, and they got to fighting. This is how I'm seeing it unfold, allegedly. Chris Brown was railroaded. He was by this because, and that was the plan, for them to twist the incident around. He couldn't escape this. They twisted the incident around to make it look like he was wrong when they were the ones basically messing with a minor. Let's just say that, and making her sleep with them and have threesomes with them for fame and fortune. So he called her the B word. He went off. all of the, I mean, he had emotions for Rihanna too, so I guess he didn't think she was, she was had something or that she was being trafficked out. I guess he thought that she was nasty when he dared the effects from it. I'm trying to be PG, but you guys know what I'm hitting at. Let me see here. Allegedly, everything's for entertainment purposes. I'm just reading off of what my gut is saying and what I'm seeing in the cards. But that's how the fight started. Chris Brown snapped when he found out she burnt him. And I think it was first a verbal altercation that got physical. Let me see. I'm gonna put down the rest of these cards and I'm gonna read over and see what Spirit is trying to put out there. Alright, so so looking over it, let me see, what was the last thing I ended on? He snapped. That's how the fight kind of started. They got the fight in and all that other stuff, because she broke his heart. I think he did have a strong love for her, but he ended up regretting being with her. You know what I mean? And he couldn't take the fact of what was going on and how she built her career. This is what led to them breaking up. You know what I mean? But this also led to the fight. Let me see here. His image was ruined by that when he, there was way more to the story. And I feel like they made him take the blame for the fight. You know what I mean? Like, all of this happened so fast. He went into a rage when he contracted something from her. Let me see, you got the 9 of Wands, which is somebody that basically all the fight left in them. Let me see, you got the 3 of Wands. Yeah, there was 3 people involved in her getting burnt, which Diddy was sleeping, like I said, I said it, Diddy and Jay-Z was sleeping with Rihanna. So it was actually 3 different men that she was like messing with. But I don't know why Diddy ain't involved in the rumor too, because I'm seeing in the cards that he was. They like the fact that she was young. You know what I mean? Chris Brown was trying to build his career. He still was able to build his career, but a lot of people looked at Chris Brown different. They looked at him as like a woman beater. It caused a lot of trouble for Chris Brown. You know what I mean? This is stuff he still to this day it has to like fight against. Because people looking at him unfavorable. Let me see here. They still love each other though. Like, that's what I feel like is leaving on. Even after all of that, even after Chris Brown losing endorsements and the public looking at Chris Brown negatively, he still loved Rihanna. I think he has a deeper understanding for what she was put through and how that all happened. You know what I mean? So I feel like the cards is trying to say that Jaguar Wright was telling the truth, that Rihanna did get burnt from Jay-Z and Diddy, and that's how the fight really happened. But and that maybe Chris Brown was made the scapegoat. This is what I'm saying, that Chris Brown was made the scapegoat in it. Tell me what you guys think. Do you guys believe that there is some truth to this? That maybe it wasn't Chris Brown who was cheating, it was Rihanna. But like, maybe not cheating, because Rihanna was might have been forced to do these things for her career. Leave a comment down below though. But thank you, my beautiful soul family, for tuning in. I'll see y'all in the next reading. You have a good one, my babies. Love you.